This is Oshkosh Today, your connection to events and organizations in the Oshkosh area. Oshkosh Today is supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 Northwest Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Oshkosh Today, your source for all things Oshkosh, local and organizations. My name is Emily Mikowski, your host, and today we've got a lot of great events going on in Oshkosh coming up. Let's take a look and see what's on the docket today. First off, we've got Special Olympics Wisconsin in the studio to talk about the world's largest truck convoy. Then we have a few people in to talk about UW Oshkosh's Fall Fest along with the annual Dragon Boat Race and Festival. The Oshkosh YMCA is here to talk about their family nights coming up this fall and winter, and we'll talk to the Christine Ann Center about their upcoming event, the Homestyle Kitchen Tour. Finally, we'll talk about the Oshkosh Symphony Orchestra's latest show honoring our heroes. And as always, we'll close up the program with a new segment of Focus on Health. So to kick us off today, I've got Deputy Pete Ehlert in here from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office to talk about the Special Olympics Wisconsin World's Largest Truck Convoy. Thank you so much for joining us today, Pete.
Thank you for having me, Emily.
So to start off, first off, can you briefly just tell us a little bit about the Special Olympics Wisconsin and what the organization offers?
Well, Wisconsin Special Olympics, it's an organization to help promote positive the use of athletics through positive, so everybody has something positive about themselves. Mm-hmm. There's over 10,000 athletes throughout the state of Wisconsin, and it's a great organization, and law enforcement is very involved with it, and that's how I've been involved with it, and we have many officers and deputies from throughout the state of Wisconsin that are involved in the many great events that we have throughout the year. Many local events, as you know, through Polar Plunge and things like that. And now we have a big state event coming up, the world's largest truck convoy.
Exactly. And can you tell me a little bit about the world's largest truck convoy?
It'll be on Saturday, September 21st.
Okay.
It's basically an all-day event. The event will start at as early as 6:30 in the morning at Pioneer Plaza in Richfield, Wisconsin, which is just south of West Bend. Okay. By the Cabela's, for everybody can kind of relate to that.
Now I know where it is.
And it's trucks from all over, not just the state of Wisconsin. We have representatives from New York and Texas and Florida that come and participate. There's 20 states involved, but Wisconsin, one of the great things about the truck convoy here in Wisconsin is over the course of the 9 years of this truck convoy, we have been the largest truck convoy in the country.
Really?
There's 20 states involved. I believe 4 provinces in Canada are involved in the truck convoy. And all of them are to raise money for the athletes of Special Olympics in their areas and their states. And last year in Wisconsin, we raised $84,000 for the athletes here in Wisconsin.
Wow. In 1 year alone?
In 1 year alone, in the course of the 9 years, we've been able to raise over $600,000 over 9 years, and it goes to a great cause. It's to help the athletes for travel purposes. It's to help the athletes for uniforms, to different things, so that they can participate and have some positive events and do things with other people, other athletes, other coaches, and so on and so forth.
Wonderful. And you said that the truck convoy starts in Richfield.
Yes.
So that's what I found was a 53-mile trip. Obviously, that's not on all these truckers' routes, so a lot of them are having to change their routes or even take vacations. So can you tell me, I know you said there's some from Canada, but what other kinds of truckers have registered for the event so far?
Different kinds of trucks. It's not just your regular 18-wheel semi that's 53 feet long. We have dump trucks involved. We have wreckers involved. We have heavy-duty wreckers, the people who pull the semis if they break down. So there's all different kinds of neat trucks. And a lot of the trucking companies and truckers like to spruce their trucks up a little bit for this.
Okay.
Last year we had over 120 trucks involved in the convoy itself. It was a very neat thing to see as they come up Highway 41 from Richfield, and we end at the EAA grounds.
Okay.
And the trucks come in, and we park them all on the EA grounds, and then we have a celebration for them after. And they like to fix them up, and there's different events that take place at the start and at the finish. And like we talked about prior, that they'll add decals to the trucks, and there's many athletes. And one of the neat things that I think the truckers really like to see is as they're going along Highway 41, they'll notice bridges, people standing on the bridges, waving to them and
cheering them
on, and law enforcement leading them up the highway and following them up. And it's really a neat thing to see if anybody gets a chance to
definitely
partake in it.
And what can we anticipate at the finish location? I know you said that they're ending up at the EAA grounds.
Yeah, they end up at the EAA grounds. They get off on Highway 26 and we drive them on the access road, Poberenzi Road, and they come right past EAA grounds. Many athletes will be in the parking area across the street from the museum watching them as they come by, and then we drive them around and we park them. And we park them on the tarmacs and runways and things that are available, obviously not the ones that are active with the planes coming in, but some of the dormant ones, and we park them. We bring them in, we have a big celebration in the big pavilion there where we feed all the truckers, and then we have raffles and things to raise extra money for the athletes, and a little bit of a show and
great
exposure for them.
Yeah, and I know we were talking before the interview about how there's a convoy marshal. Who's the marshal this year?
This year it'll be Rebecca Burke, and she's from New Berlin.
Okay.
She's an athlete that athletes can apply to be that marshal.
Okay.
And Rebecca applied, and she was one of the applicants, and one of the things that she said is she just loves trucks. And that's her big thing. So she, as the marshal, will get to participate in the convoy and ride with one of the lead trucks in the convoy. And one of the things that's neat about, I mentioned a lead truck, is one of the things that's neat about that is all the trucks then, once they get to the Pioneer Plaza in Richfield, one of the events that takes place, there's a bidding war of who gets to be the lead truck.
Oh, okay.
So they all participate, their companies and the truckers all participate by entering the convoy, which has a fee, but then when they get there, there's actually an auction to who gets to be the lead or the top dog in the convoy and lead the way up 41.
So I bet it gets pretty intense in that bidding war then with the who gets to go first.
I would imagine it would be a lot of fun for those. I don't get to see that too often because I have to get ready. One of my main responsibility is to park the trucks here at EAA and get them ready to park. So. Okay.
Well, it sounds like an awesome event. Where can I go to find more information about the Special Olympics Wisconsin or the truck convoy?
You can go to our website, and it's specialolympicswisconsin.org.
Okay.
And there'll be a tab on the side of that, and it'll be for the world's largest truck convoy.
Excellent.
People, truckers can go there. They can enter. We'll take registrations the day of. You can pre-register. You can enter as many trucks as you like. But there's all kinds of information, where to watch, what route they'll be taking, and what all happens on the day of the event.
Great. And one more time, if you just want to recap the date and the time of the event and then where they're starting and ending.
Sure. It'll be Saturday, September 21st.
Okay.
And it starts at the Pioneer Plaza truck stop in Richfield, Wisconsin, and it moves up 53 miles, like you said, up Highway 43, and it ends up right here in Winnebago County at the EAA grounds. And it's a neat thing to see, and people can see it at the overpasses. They can watch it from the highway at some of the on and off ramps, or they can obviously come out to the EA grounds and watch them as they come down Poberenzi and see it there. Especially people in Oshkosh, if you want to watch it, you want to do it at that parking area across from the EA Museum.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like an awesome event, and I'm hoping that everyone has a fun and safe trip throughout the whole convoy.
We hope that too.
Thank you so much for coming in today, Pete.
All right, thank you very much.
Coming up next, we have UW Oshkosh in to talk about Fall Fest. We'll be in Oshkosh today.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff, and I have an important message for Time Warner Cable viewers of Oshkosh Community Media Services. For over 25 years, Oshkosh Community Media has kept Oshkosh residents informed, educated, and engaged with the Oshkosh community and local government. For this reason, we feel it is important that viewers know that on September 11th, Time Warner Cable will be converting CATV2 and City Cable 10 to digital. So what does this mean for CATV2 and City Cable 10 viewers after September 11th? If you have an older TV, CATV2 and City Cable 10 will disappear. To continue receiving our channels, you will need to contact Time Warner Cable for a digital adapter. If you have a digital cable box, nothing will change and the channels will remain on 2 and 10. If you have a newer flat screen TV, you can do a channel scan to restore our channels. For details on Time Warner Cable's digital conversion, we encourage you to visit our website, oshkoshcommunitymedia.org, and click on the Frequently Asked Questions guide.
Hello, and thank you again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. And now I'm sitting with Janelle Reesner and Megan Klemrowski to talk about Fall Fest on the Fox. Thank you so much for coming in today, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Excellent. And so first of all, if you just want to talk a little bit about UW Oshkosh Fall Fest on the Fox, what exactly is it?
Basically, UW Oshkosh has been hosting this event since about 2000 in September, and it's to bring awareness to the Oshkosh waterways.
Okay.
So it just brings the whole community together, including all campus members, students, faculty, staff, community members, everybody. So.
Excellent. And what are some of the events that are going to be held involved in the Fall Fest?
There's actually a lot going on. Starting on Friday, we have an open house at our Student Recreation and Wellness Center, and that's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're letting community members as well as students take guided kayak tours. They can use the rock climbing wall, our golf simulators, and just kind of enjoy campus in ways that they typically can't.
Okay.
We also have a women's volleyball game that night at 7 p.m. So we're encouraging everyone from the community to come cheer on the Titans, and hopefully they'll get a good win that night. And then we have one of our bigger events, which typically actually has about 1,000 people in attendance.
Oh, wow.
And that's the Fish Fry on the Fox, which is from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday night. And it's an all-you-care-to-eat buffet. It's delicious. I've eaten there before, so it's one of my favorite events. And that will be hosted there as well. And then on Saturday, we have even more events. We will be having another women's volleyball game at 2 p.m. And that will be against UW Superior and Golf Sports Center. And we have the Oshkosh Dragon Boat Racing Festival from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., which will actually be talked about in a little bit, so I won't give away too much on that one. And then we will be closing all the events with a skit from Backlot Comedy House. They're actually new to Oshkosh, and they're coming on campus in our Titan Underground, which is located in Reeve Union.
Okay.
And they're going to do a little improv and sketch comedy for the community as well as students, and that'll be free.
Very cool. Just taking a jump back, I know you said kayaking and as well as a bunch of other different things that you're offering for the open house, but where exactly are the kayak tours and where are they going with that?
The kayak tours, they'll meet at the Student Rec and Wellness Center, which is on campus, right off of Pearl Street. And then the kayak tours will be on the Fox River. So kind of tying in with that, bridging UW Oshkosh and the community, they'll be able to ride around up and down the Fox River.
Excellent. And for any of these events, is there any price or anything, or do you have to be a certain age or anything like that?
Well, for going to the rec center, there's no price or age limit, as well as the Comedy House performance and the Dragon Boat Racing Festival. There's no cost to enter and watch everyone race. For the Fish Fry, it will be $10 in advance for adults and $12 at the door. And for children ages 3 to 12, it'll be $5 in advance or $6 at the door. And then children under the age of 3 can actually eat for free.
Excellent. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Fish Fry, like what's all going to be involved in that night, and what can Fish Fry attendees expect?
There are many things going on during the Fish Fry, including the all-you-can-eat buffet, which includes cod, hamburgers, grilled cheese, anything you can think of. And there's also a bar of assorted desserts for everyone afterwards, including pumpkin soft serve. So that's very popular.
It's really good.
That sounds good.
Dessert is my favorite part of that event. And they have lemon bars, so if anyone loves lemon-flavored desserts like I do, I always go for that.
Excellent. So not just fish.
Exactly.
And then besides the meal itself, what else will be there that night?
There will be live jazz music, and there's going to be horse carriage rides around Oshkosh showing the campus. There will also be character artists and airbrush tattoos and other fun surprises for the kids.
Okay, and so where can I purchase tickets for the Fish Fry?
You can either go on our website, which is just uwosh.edu, and then /fallfest.
Okay.
And there's a form online where you can pay via credit card or send money in if you'd like to do that. Or you can call us. Our number is 920-424 424-1816, and we can help you over the phone order those tickets.
Okay. And you said that you can also get them the day of if you decide
Yes.
kind of spur
It's
of the
a little,
moment thing.
there's a little extra cost, but if it's spur of the moment and you're really
Yeah.
craving fish and some pumpkin flavored ice cream, you can definitely just show up at Blackhawk Commons right off of Algoma across from Reunion and buy tickets that day as well.
Excellent. And then just to back up a little bit again, for the volleyball games, is there any cost for that if you're not a student, if you're just a community member?
I believe it's about $5. I'm not positive on that, but
So still affordable. And
definitely affordable.
Easy to attend, definitely. Okay, well, if you quickly just want to recap again the table of events and what we can expect from Friday to Saturday for Fall Fest.
Sure, definitely. Once again, starting on Friday, we will have an open house at our rec center from 4 to 8 p.m. We will also have a women's volleyball game at 7 p.m. in Colf Sports Center, and the fish fry and the fox from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then on Saturday morning, we'll have the Oshkosh Dragon Boat Race and Festival from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., the women's volleyball game at 2 p.m., and Colf Sports Center again, and then finally we'll have the performance from Backlot Comedy House at 7 p.m. in the Titan Underground.
Excellent. And then tickets for the fish fry can be purchased at
Online at uwosh.edu/fallfest, or by calling our office, which again that number is 920-424-1816.
Okay, and then the price for that again is $10 for adults in advance or $12 on the event day.
Yes.
And then kids ages 3 to 12 are $5 in advance or $6 on event day.
Correct, and free for children under 3.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming in, and I can't wait to go to the fish fry and the whole event, the whole weekend. Just sounds like a great time.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Of course. So coming up next, we're going to take a little bit closer look at one of the events for Fall Fest, the Dragon Boat Races. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on Oshkosh Today.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff, and I have an important message for Time Warner cable viewers of Oshkosh Community Media Services. For over 25 years, Oshkosh Community Media has kept Oshkosh residents informed, educated, and engaged with the Oshkosh community and local government. For this reason, we feel it is important that viewers know that on September 11th, Time Warner Cable will be converting CATV2 and City Cable 10 to digital. So what does this mean for CATV2 and City Cable 10 viewers after September 11th? If you have an older TV, CATV2 and City Cable 10 will disappear. To continue receiving our channels, you will need to contact Time Warner Cable for a digital adapter. If you have a digital cable box, nothing will change and the channels will remain on 2 and 10. If you have a newer flat screen TV, you can do a channel scan to restore our channels. For details on Time Warner Cable's digital conversion, we encourage you to visit our website, OshkoshCommunityMedia.org, and click on the Frequently Asked Questions guide.
Hello, and thank you again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. My name is Emily Mikowski, and now I'm here sitting with some Dragon Boat representatives here. I've got Paul Tribiatowski and Laura Rommelfinger. Thank you so much for coming in today, guys. So if you just want to first tell us a little bit about the Oshkosh Community Dragon Boat Race and Festival.
Hi. The Oshkosh Dragon Boat Race and Festival is now in its 8th year.
Oh, okay.
If you have never been to the Oshkosh Dragon Boat Race and Festival, you're in for a treat. It's a really cool event. We have about 40 teams signed up this year.
Wow.
The teams are comprised of 20 people in a boat and with a drummer on the front of it and a steersperson on the back, and they paddle furiously down the river. We're going to race about 40 teams on Saturday, September 21st.
Excellent. So you said there are how many boats?
We
We have 40 teams. With the 40 teams, we bring
40
in 8
teams.
boats.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 8 boats. 7 of them come from out of the state.
Okay.
They come actually down from Canada, and then there's actually 1 boat that stays in Oshkosh year-round for local teams to practice and just to have on display at different events and functions to get teams interested in participating in the program.
Excellent. And have you guys ridden in a dragon boat before? How does it feel to go in a dragon boat?
It's pretty awesome. I've ridden in a dragon boat before, and as you're sitting in the boat, you're just a few inches above the water.
Okay.
When you're accompanied by 19 other people in a boat paddling really furiously, you go really fast.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, just looking at the video here, it's like amazing. You wouldn't expect it to go that fast just from people paddling it.
Yeah, you feel like you're flying in the water. It's really cool.
Awesome. Do you need experience to participate in this? I mean, do you have to have taken a lesson or anything like that?
You actually don't. You don't need any experience at all. We hold practice sessions.
Okay.
Practice weekend is coming up, so the teams have an opportunity to get out on the water, get in the boat with their teammates and their coworkers or their friends that they get their team together with. And then the boats, what they do, the big thing is synchronicity. So making sure you're synchronized with your team, that's going to be power every time. So as you work together as a team, the better the teamwork, the more advantage you have in the races.
Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter if you got a bunch of big, strong guys just randomly paddling?
Correct. Nope. Just working together as a team is the key.
Awesome. And is there still time to register a boat or a team for the dragon boat races?
Yes, there is still time. We are taking registration still. You can register online at oshkoshdragonboat.com, or you can email dragonlady@uwosh.edu.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect this year from the festival? What's the schedule of the day, and where exactly is the race?
The race takes place at the Leach Amphitheater in downtown Oshkosh and on Riverside Park.
Oh, okay.
We start racing and the gates open at about 9 a.m. At 9, as the first teams take off, we also have a full slate of activities that take place inside the Leach Amphitheater. So the Leach Amphitheater is the setting not only for the Athletes Village, where all of the teams get their own tent and their own space for the day, but we also have a stage, and there's every hour there's new entertainment, family-centered. We have the comedy magic of Miller and Mike taking place. We have some exotic animals coming in the afternoon. We have a live hula hooping demonstration happening that day, and we have the taiko drummers. They come back every year. They do a traditional Chinese lion dance. It's very colorful. The kids and families really get into it. It's a really fun thing. We also have tents that are set up throughout the space where there's activities taking place. So there's arts and crafts activities where kids can make a tie-dye t-shirt, or they can make a dragon mask for the day. We have 2 caricature artists that are coming this year. Our caricature artist was so popular in the past that now we have 2 of them coming.
Okay.
And we have, my favorite, the paintless paintball arena, where teams and families can get together off the water and do some competition. And then brand new this year, we're going to offer an opportunity to families to try out a dragon boat and go out on the water. So parents and a child can get on a boat, paddle out for a little bit, and feel what it feels like to be on a dragon boat.
Very cool. So not only do you get to watch the dragon boats, but you get to kind of be a part of it and see what it's like to be on there. And it's so much more than just the races, too, with all these different events that you mentioned. It's a whole day, a whole festival, like you said. So can you tell me how much admission is, and if there are any sponsors for the event, and if so, where the proceeds go to that?
Great. There's no admission, so you can come to the Dragon Boat Festival. You can put your lawn chair by the river and watch the races, and there's no fee. The stage shows are all free. Admission into the Leach, there's no charge for that. There is a nominal fee for the activities that are taking place, and you can purchase tickets on site, or you can buy concessions on site. And all of the proceeds raised stay in the Oshkosh community. They benefit the Oshkosh YMCA's Strong Kids campaign and scholarships for UW Oshkosh students.
Excellent. So where can I find out more, Paul?
Yep, you can find out more on our website, which is oshkoshdragonboat.com. You can also email dragonlady@uwosh.edu, or give us a call at 920-424-0344.
Excellent, and I'm really looking forward to checking out the event and seeing what it's all about, and good luck to all the racers out there as well. Thank you so much for coming in and telling us a little bit about this huge event that takes place in Oshkosh, and it just seems like it's growing every year. So thanks again for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So next up we have the YMCA in to talk about some of really fun events that they have coming up called Family Nights. We'll be right back on Oshkosh Today.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff, and I have an important message for Time Warner cable viewers of Oshkosh Community Media Services. For over 25 years, Oshkosh Community Media has kept Oshkosh residents informed, educated, and engaged with the Oshkosh community and local government. For this reason, we feel it is important that viewers know that on September 11th, Time Warner Cable will be converting CATV2 and City Cable 10 to digital. So what does this mean for CATV2 and City Cable 10 viewers after September 11th? If you have an older TV, CATV2 and City Cable 10 will disappear. To continue receiving our channels, you will need to contact Time Warner Cable for a digital adapter. If you have a digital cable box, nothing will change and the channels will remain on 2 and 10. If you have a newer flat screen TV, you can do a channel scan to restore our channels. For details on Time Warner Cable's digital conversion, we encourage you to visit our website, oshkoshcommunitymedia.org, and click on the Frequently Asked Questions guide.
Hello again, you're watching Oshkosh Today. My name is Emily Mikowski, and now I'm sitting here with Lisa Nething from the YMCA here to talk about some family nights we have coming up. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lisa.
Thank you for having me.
So first off, if you just want to tell me a little bit about the family nights in general and what they offer, when they are.
Sure, I'd love to. Family nights are held once a month from the month September to April.
Okay.
Each month has a different theme. So,
and these are at the 20th Avenue Y.
Correct,
right?
It is at the 20th Avenue YMCA.
Okay.
Each month has a different theme. So, for example, our first one is coming up. It's September 14th, and the theme is Fun with Apples.
Fun with apples. What does that involve? Can you describe that for me?
Sure. We're going to have some apple bobbing, and then for our friends that are artists, and anyone can enjoy some apple printing with paint.
Okay. Apple printing, what's that?
Using the paint and then cutting an apple in half.
Okay.
And then they'll be able to put the apple in paint and then create a little masterpiece.
What a good idea.
Yeah. So with our themes, the other areas that are open will be our pools and our slide is on, our family prime time, which in there has air hockey, pool table, and the soft play jungle gym.
Fun.
Ice skating.
Okay.
Soccer, basketball, and then our rock climbing.
Excellent. And the ice skating's year-round?
Correct.
Awesome. And then if you want to just kind of go through the rest of them too, with the themes, on October 12th we have Community Helpers. What's that?
Right. That's where community helpers from Oshkosh will be coming in to set up a booth and just be present to all the community members that will be coming in. So police officers, firemen, library.
Awesome. And those are people that are just role models for kids too, so they've got to love that, just to be able to see them and talk to them and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So that's on October 12th. Then the next one on November 30th is Aviation Fun. Can you describe that for us?
Right. Hoping to have someone from EAA come in and be present there, as well as different, we'll make some airplane fun and just showcase just different type of airplanes.
Excellent. And then December 14th, we have the Happy Holidays one, where kids can skate with Santa.
Right, that's a very popular one. Santa comes in and he ice skates for about an hour.
Oh my gosh, okay.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of families enjoy it. And so we encourage people to bring your cameras and you can be able to get a great picture of the whole family ice skating with Santa. And then after ice skating for about an hour, he does walk around the facility and play basketball and football with the kids. Sure.
What a great idea. And then I know that there's a special family night too for New Year's Eve. It's at a different time. It's from 6 to 9?
Correct.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Sure. We wanted to do a New Year's Eve family night, a safe place for families to go and ring in the new year together. So we did extend it an extra hour, so it does go from 6 to 9 p.m. All of the areas that I talked about before, the swimming, basketball, rock climbing, ice skating are all open. And then we have a countdown to the new year. We do a big balloon drop.
Awesome. So how many people usually attend these family nights?
Sure. New Year's Eve is always a big one. Last year we had over 400 people attend.
Oh, wow.
And last year between September and April we had over 2,000 people attend our family nights.
That's amazing. Is there any kind of age requirement for these family nights, or is it anyone?
Any family is welcome.
Excellent. And how much does it cost to attend something like this?
Sure. It's free to the Oshkosh YMCA members.
Okay.
And then any away members or non-members, it's just $5.25 per family.
Per family.
Yes.
Wow.
And that does include ice skates for all too.
Okay, so you don't need to bring your own ice skates for that kind of thing.
Right. Some people who have them, they choose to bring them, which is fine. But if not, we have all sizes. We have hockey and figure skates that they can use.
Wonderful. So where can I find more information about the family nights, or where can I sign up?
Sure. There's no need to sign up in advance. You
Okay.
just show up at the 20th Avenue YMCA.
Okay.
The address is 3303 West 20th Avenue. And then the doors will open, and we usually get quite a line forming already,
Yes.
which is fun and exciting for all staff to see. And you can, we have flyers on our website, and you can also visit our website at www.oshkoshymca.org.
Excellent. So then we've got about a minute left. If you want to just quick recap what the family nights are, the times, and the dates for me.
Sure, thank you. Family nights are September 14th, with the theme being Fun with Apples. October 12th, Community Helpers. November 30th, Aviation Fun. And December 14th, Happy Holidays, Let's Skate with Santa. Those times are 6 to 8 p.m. And our special New Year's Eve family night will be from 6 to 9 p.m.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like a great event for families to come and just have a good time, switch it up a little bit, do something different. So looking forward to checking it out in the future. And thank you again so much for coming in and talking to us about this today, Lisa.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about a unique event for a great cause for the Christine Ann Center, the Homestyle Kitchen Tour. Stay tuned. You're watching Oshkosh Today.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff, and I have an important message for Time Warner Cable viewers of Oshkosh Community Media Services. For over 25 years, Oshkosh Community Media has kept Oshkosh residents informed, educated, and engaged with the Oshkosh community and local government. For this reason, we feel it is important that viewers know that on September 11th, Time Warner Cable will be converting CATV2 and City Cable 10 to digital. So what does this mean for CATV2 and City Cable 10 viewers after September 11th? If you have an older TV, CATV2 and City Cable 10 will disappear. To continue receiving our channels, you will need to contact Time Warner Cable for a digital adapter. If you have a digital cable box, nothing will change and the channels will remain on 2 and 10. If you have a newer flat screen TV, you can do a channel scan to restore our channels. For details on Time Warner Cable's digital conversion, we encourage you to visit our website, oshkoshcommunitymedia.org, and click on the Frequently Asked Questions guide.
Thanks again for joining us on Oshkosh Today. Now I'm sitting here with Deb Lederhaus and Julie Favola from the Christine Ann Homestyle Kitchen Tour. Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies. So first of all, if you just want to start out by telling me what exactly is the Homestyle Tour?
Well, it's a tour of remodeled kitchens in the Oshkosh area. So all these kitchens have been recently remodeled. So it's a chance for people to get out there and get some ideas for their own remodel, or just see what other people are doing as far as kitchen remodeling goes.
Great. And how long has the tour been around for?
This is the second year.
Okay.
And we started last year with an effort to raise funds for a remodel at Christine Ann Center to create a new kitchen, and it was a great success.
Excellent. And so who exactly organizes the whole tour itself?
It actually was an idea with Citizens First Credit Union and the Winnebago Home Builders on how they could support the Christine Ann Center and, as Deb said, our kitchen remodel project. So they came up with this great idea of a home-style kitchen tour, and it just kind of grew from there, and this is our second year now.
And you said the kitchen remodel project. What exactly is that, if you could elaborate?
The Christine Ann Center is undergoing a major renovation. If anybody's been by recently, we're under construction. And part of that construction is renovating our kitchen. So it's a single-family kitchen, but we can have up to 10, 15 families in our shelter at any one time. So we really needed to open it up and add some space. And so that was the whole project that we're doing, was the remodeling of the kitchen, along with other remodeling at the agency.
Okay, and actually for people like me that are new to Oshkosh, if you just want to quickly tell us a little bit about the Christine Ann Center itself.
Sure. The Christine Ann Center is a domestic abuse program. We have a shelter that has 35 beds in it, so 35 women and children we can house at any one time. Then we have a number of other services, legal advocacy, support groups, individual counseling that we can do for clients, victims of abuse, as well as children's programs and teen programs for teens who may be in unhealthy relationships. We do a lot of education in the schools and really provide all those services related to domestic abuse and keeping people safe.
Great. And so going back to the Homestyle Kitchen Tour, how did it go last year? It was the first year, so.
Right. We had about 200 people attend, and we raised over $16,000 towards the kitchen fund. So we felt that was a great success, and also the contractors and remodelers who were involved each had a great opportunity to connect with homeowners and get contracts for new kitchens.
Yes, so it was definitely a success, just to say the least. I mean, for the first year, that's an excellent turnout as far as raising funds and everything. So can you tell me how many kitchens are going to be featured in the tour this year?
Well, we have 5 kitchens in the tour this year throughout the city of Oshkosh, and then the Christine Ann Center kitchen is almost done. I was just there this morning, and they put the countertops in, and it looks beautiful. So we're really excited about that. So people can see the remodeled kitchens as well as the Christine Ann Center kitchen, and they get a map, and they can travel around and chart their own course as they go through the tour.
Okay, and again, let's just get into the logistics of the event itself. If you can tell us, maybe just paint a little picture of what it's like and the times, and like you said, there's a map for it. So when exactly is it?
It's Saturday, September 14th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the map is online at homestyletour.org. They can plan their tour however they like, looking at that map, start at any kitchen. And the tickets are available at any of those kitchens, or they can buy them in advance. And then it's a very fun day and relaxed atmosphere with music and food and beverages and demonstrations going on at the individual kitchens. So it's a very fun day for everyone.
Excellent. And I know you just mentioned that there's going to be different themes for the kitchens. What kind of themes can we expect for this year?
There are 5 different themes, and they include island fun and vintage glam, which is all about, you'd love to see it. It's historical detail and an awesome remodeled kitchen that you will enjoy seeing. And then there's more with Cheers to Cherry, which really is a cherry cabinetry in a kitchen. That's a theme that might make you think that you're in wine country somewhere. So very, very cool things and very much fun. And the music and the food is all tied in to
so
each
just
kitchen.
A whole experience, not only just a tour going bopping around to see in different kitchens, but all these different things at each one that they have to offer. It just sounds really fun. And so is there anything different from last year that we're going to be doing this year for the tours?
Well, this year we're having more Shop for a Cause, we're calling it. And so there'll be retailers at most of these kitchens, everything from jewelry to artwork to kitchen accessories. And they've all agreed to donate 10% of the proceeds to the Christine Ann Center. So anything you buy on the tour, those proceeds will also go to help the Christine Ann Center.
Excellent. And I know you mentioned also something about if you stop for a little lunch or dinner, anything, 10% of a bill will go to the Christine Ann?
Yeah, that's at the Ground Round, the new Ground Round. So if you stop there for lunch and show them your ticket for the kitchen tour, then they'll also donate 10% of your bill to the Christine Ann Center. So a lot of different ways just to support the agency on Saturday. Definitely.
So again, where can people get tickets and how much are they?
They can go to the Homestyle Kitchen Tour website, homestyletour.org. They can go to christineann.net, and we have a link on our website or the Home Builders website, or Citizens First Credit Union also has tickets, or they can buy tickets at the door, any of the kitchens.
Wonderful. And how much are they?
They're $15 in advance, and if you buy them the day of the event, they're $20.
Okay, great. So we got about a minute left, so if you just want a quick recap the dates and times of the events and again where you can get more information.
Right, it's Saturday, September 14th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can get all of the details and the map at homestyletour.org.
Great.
And again, the tickets are $15 in advance or $20. It's a very fun day for couples to come out and see kitchens, girlfriends, moms, daughters. We just had a really fun day last year, and we expect it to be even more fun this year.
And all for an excellent cause, so it's just all around a good, feel-good event. So looking forward to checking it out. Thank you again so much for coming in today, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
we'll
much.
hope to have you again next year.
Sounds good.
So coming up next, we're going to talk with the Oshkosh Symphony Orchestra about a show they have coming up at the Leach. Stay tuned. You're watching Oshkosh Today.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Roloff, and I have an important message for Time Warner cable viewers of Oshkosh Community Media Services. For over 25 years, Oshkosh Community Media has kept Oshkosh residents informed, educated, and engaged with the Oshkosh community and local government. For this reason, we feel that it is important that viewers know that on September 11th, Time Warner Cable will be converting CATV2 and City Cable 10 to digital. So what does this mean for CATV2 and City Cable 10 viewers after September 11th? If you have an older TV, CATV2 and City Cable 10 will disappear. To continue receiving our channels, you will need to contact Time Warner Cable for a digital adapter. If you have a digital cable box, nothing will change and the channels will remain on 2 and 10. If you have a newer flat screen TV, you can do a channel scan to restore our channels. For details on Time Warner Cable's digital conversion, we encourage you to visit our website, OshkoshCommunityMedia.org, and click on the Frequently Asked Questions guide.
Thanks again for tuning in. You're watching Oshkosh Today. Now I'm here with our final guests, Miyoko Grindfisher and Barb Herzog. Thank you so much for joining us today, ladies.
Thanks for inviting us.
And you're here to talk about the Oshkosh Symphony Orchestra's latest event. You've got one coming up this weekend, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, this Saturday at 3 p.m. at the Leach Amphitheater, we are presenting our Honoring Our Heroes concert.
Okay.
And it's going to be the Oshkosh Symphony Orchestra and featuring Vic Ferrari. And we'll be playing patriotic music for the first half, and then classic rock hits with Vic Ferrari for the second half.
Awesome. And I'm sorry, Vic Ferrari, can you elaborate a little bit on who that is? Is that part of the symphony, or is it a whole separate thing?
Vic Ferrari is a whole separate thing.
Okay.
It's a large band. I would say, gosh, I've played with them quite a few times. They've had anywhere from like 7 to 10 different members up there.
Wow, okay.
And they are, I guess what you would say is a cover band.
Okay.
And they do a lot of the hits, and they did these wonderful arrangements for a symphony orchestra to join them. They call it Symphony on the Rocks.
Excellent.
And so we've performed with them once before with the Oshkosh Symphony, and we will be doing it again.
Awesome. So how much does it cost to attend the event this year?
It's $10.
Okay.
And children 5 and under are free.
Mm-hmm.
A family of 3 or more will be only $25.
Oh, okay.
And then we are allowing military personnel and first responders and firefighters and police with proper ID to come in for free.
Excellent.
So we'd like to honor them because they're our local heroes.
They are, yes.
We've also, in conjunction with the Oshkosh Area Community Foundation, reached out to 16 schools in the Oshkosh district that have poverty rates, that is, children who receive free or reduced lunch at the 40% or above level, to have them and their families come in free.
Oh,
we also
wonderful.
participated in Back to School Fair and invited all of those children with their families. Also, we have reached out to the Christine Ann Center, so all the folks who are residing there this coming weekend will be our guests. And we've also reached out to the Boys and Girls Club, so that children who are members of that club and their families can all attend for free, thanks to the support of the Oshkosh Community Foundation and our overall season sponsor, which is Community First Credit Union.
Mm-hmm. What an excellent opportunity for someone who otherwise might not be able to experience something so cool like that.
That's
for
what
them
we were thinking.
to go and see that. So how exactly can I get tickets for this event?
You can get tickets through the Grand Opera House box office.
Okay.
You can purchase them online at our website or the Grand Opera House website. And you can also purchase tickets at the door.
Excellent.
So I think the ticketing and the will call windows will open up at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So an hour before. So people just bring their blankets and chairs and things, because of course there's no seating at the leach, and hopefully enjoy a wonderful family-friendly afternoon.
Wonderful. And kind of going with the same theme, if we can talk about your previous concert that you had a couple years ago at the Leach called Remembering 9/11. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
That drew over 2,000 people.
Wow.
And we paired with Vic Ferrari for that concert as well. One of the most stirring or moving parts of that concert for me was the orchestra and Vic Ferrari doing Stars and Stripes Forever, and 2,000 people waving American flags. Not
Oh my
only
gosh.
celebrating America, but remembering those who lost their lives on 9/11 in 2001. And we just think it's important to give back to the community by giving people an opportunity to either come free through those venues we talked about, or to come in at a reduced ticket price of the $10 and the family price for $25.
Exactly. I can just imagine the feeling that you get seeing that and hearing it. Just gives me goosebumps thinking about it.
Very exciting. Very exciting.
So why do you feel this event is important for people to come and see? You're extending all these invitations. Why is it so important for people to come and experience this?
We know that many people in the community, despite the wonderful venue we have in the Leach, have not been able to take part for various reasons, and we thought that was important. It's also important, we think, music touches the soul, and this provides us with an opportunity to let more people experience that. You know, we get in our cars and the first thing we do is turn on the radio, or you see people out jogging or walking their dogs and they've got their MP3 players on, or their iPads or whatever. And so we just wanted to make sure that more of the community had an opportunity to experience the joy of music and to experience being part of a larger group at that fabulous entity called the Leach.
Excellent. And I know before our interview you had mentioned a reference called By George for George. Can you explain that to us a little bit?
Sure. The By George for George aspect of the performance is referring to the George Gershwin piece that we're playing, the American in Paris.
Okay.
Colonel George Johnson was a longtime supporter of the Oshkosh Symphony, and he passed away last fall. And so he was also a jazz piano player on the side, and so we thought that George Gershwin would be an appropriate way to say thank you to Colonel Johnson and all of his support over the years for the Oshkosh Symphony Orchestra.
Definitely.
So there will be representatives from his family and friends at the performance as well. So
great, kind of like a tribute.
Yes,
in a way.
exactly. Exactly.
So again, where can I find some more information about the event coming up this weekend, or about the Oshkosh Symphony itself?
You can look on our website,
okay,
which is oshkoshsymphony.org,
okay,
and also on the Grand Opera House website. They have our full season. We have some wonderful events. There's also another event coming up at the Payne Art Center, so there's something up on the Payne website.
Oh, great.
On September 29th, the Oshkosh Symphony String Quartet is going to be performing in their new conservatory building, and it's going to be tied to their Venetians exhibit, the Chihuly exhibit that they have running right now. It's called Venetians and Vivaldi.
Wonderful.
Because Vivaldi was born in Venice, so we thought it'd be an easy fit there. So you can enjoy the exhibit and then some music afterwards.
Excellent. So a lot of great events coming up, and I'm looking forward to seeing the symphony perform and just being a part of that. Sounds awesome. So thank you again for coming in and telling us about your upcoming event this weekend, and we hope to have you again soon.
Thank you very much.
So now it's time to focus on health with Ted Stefaniak. Check it out.
This Focus on Health segment is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Hello and welcome to Focus on Health. I'm Ted Stefaniak. Today we're at the Aurora Medical Center in Oshkosh. We're in the Cardiac Services Department. Now, if you've ever had that feeling, maybe a palpitation or your heart is racing, that could be the sign of something pretty serious, and you're going to want to get that checked out. Today we're going to be talking with electrophysiologist Dr. Mortada about cardiac arrhythmia. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. We're talking about the heart, and we're going to specifically talk a little bit about cardiac arrhythmia and what exactly that is.
Cardiac comes from the heart, and arrhythmia means abnormal rhythm. So it's the abnormal rhythm of the heart, basically.
Yeah. And what's the most common symptom that a person might experience if they're having some kind of problem with the heart?
The most common symptom is palpitation.
And what is that?
Palpitation, basically, when you feel fluttering of your chest, that's mainly this palpitation. And it has two types. It could be skipping beats, or it could be racing of the heart. Skipping beats mainly because of an extra beat comes from the upper part of the heart or coming from the lower part of the heart. And those are very common, but those are not dangerous in my opinion. Though the racing of the heart is basically you feel the heart is going very fast, and sometimes it can last for a few minutes, up to a few hours sometimes, or even longer. And it has multiple types as well, depends on from where it's coming, but mainly the reason for this racing is an electrical circuit goes around at the upper part or the lower part of the heart, basically.
When a person, and I'm sure a lot of people have felt the palpitation or the racing, it might be difficult for a person to determine what exactly is happening, but at that point, if we're feeling that, should we seek medical attention?
Definitely you should. Regardless, whenever you feel either a skipping beat or racing of the heart, because you really don't know what type of rhythm is this. So it's better to kind of have an opinion of doctor, either your primary physician or a heart specialist, and if the heart specialist or the primary physician felt this is something which is important to kind of take care of, they will send you to electrophysiologist, which is a rhythm specialist like myself.
Okay. So at times it may not be something that's dangerous, but if it is dangerous, I mean, that could be a life-threatening issue.
I will say most of the time, if you do feel the skipping beats, which is an extra beat originating from the upper part or the lower part of the heart, usually is not very dangerous. Usually it's bothersome. So we can treat it, just depends on your symptoms. Though the racing of the heart, that is the one which could be dangerous, depends on the location where this is coming from. When we see the lower part of the heart going out of rhythm, that is the time when we have to do action. We have to find out why it is, how we can fix it, and how we can save a person's life.
Right, and then how do you treat that? How do you fix that?
3 options of treatment usually for rhythm problem. First option is medication. The second option is something we call ablation. We do complex electrophysiology study. Basically, we put catheters inside the body, and I have an example of one of the catheters. This is a catheter. We put it through the veins, and you can see at the tip of the catheter there is multiple electrodes, those to measure the electricity of the heart. And as soon as we find out where is the electrical circuit, we'll be able to reach to that spot and do what we call ablation. Ablation basically is cauterizing that tissue or burning that tissue to completely destroy it and cure the person's rhythm forever, I would say. This is an example of a supraventricular tachycardia or an electrical circuit in the upper part of the heart or in the atrium. As you can see, the heart has 2 upper chambers. Those 2 we call the atrium, and those 2 we call them the ventricles. And you can see there's an electrical circuit going around in the right atrium. This is an atrial flutter. Going very fast. Here I slow it down, but actually it's going 300 beats a minute. And that makes the lower part of the heart as well goes very fast and cause multiple issues like a stroke or weakness of the heart and symptoms of the palpitations. Therefore, the best treatment for this type of rhythm, sometimes we give a shock, but most of the time we bring a patient to the operating room like this room, and we do the ablation. And this is an example. The second slide will show you the ablation. We have multiple catheters in the heart, as you can see. And in the bottom, we say line of block. We put the ablation catheter in this area we call the isthmus location. We burn spot by spot until we create a linear lesion, and that linear lesion will prevent the electricity from going through that lesion, and that will prevent the circuit from continuing to go around and around.
Very complicated, but it's certainly a life-saving procedure, isn't it?
Very, very life-saving procedure, and as well as patients will feel much better as far as for their symptoms, and they'll live a good life.
And that's what it's all about.
Perfect, exactly. The third option of treatment is meant for people who had ventricular tachycardia, which is the lower part of the heart, which is the dangerous rhythm. And that's usually being treated by implanting a defibrillator like this one. We put it underneath the skin, which has a wire goes inside the heart, and that will be monitoring the heart 24/7. If there is no bad rhythm, it will do nothing. But if there is a bad rhythm, then this will give a shock and bring a patient's life back to normal.
And that's what it's all about.
That's all about.
Well, thank you for taking some time with us today and explaining
Thanks
this.
a lot. Thank you.
Now, if you have any questions regarding heart palpitations or racing of the heart or anything regarding cardiac arrhythmia, you should get a hold of your primary care provider, or you can get a hold of Dr. Mortada's office at 303-8700. I'm Ted Stefaniak, and we'll see you next time on Focus on Health.
This Focus on Health segment has been brought to you by Aurora Healthcare.
Thank you, Ted, and that's going to do it for this episode of Oshkosh Today. We hope you enjoyed the last hour with us. We here at Oshkosh Community Media Services would like to remind our viewers that Time Warner Cable will be converting our channels CATV2 and City Cable 10 from analog to digital on September 11th. So please go to our website at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org to see how these changes will affect you. With that said, you can also tune into CATV2 and City Cable 10 for all of your community and government programming. You can also view programs on our website, like I said earlier, oshkoshcommunitymedia.org, or on YouTube at Oshkosh OCMS. Finally, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter for community and programming updates. Lastly, to be a guest on Oshkosh Today, you can email me at ci.oshkosh.wi.us. Thanks again for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Oshkosh Today was supported in part by the Friends of OCM, Aurora Healthcare, 855 North West Haven Drive. Set design provided by House of Flowers, 1920 Algoma Boulevard. To find replay times for Oshkosh Today, to be a guest on the show, or to watch online, visit our website at oshkoshcommunitymedia.org.